Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Gatekeeping Trolls, set in Whittleton Creek and supplied to us today by EMZ Hitgal. So on to our briefing, short and sweet, enjoy! So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with, as usual, a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us a remote micro taser, a sniping rifle in a briefcase, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to be doing a bit of legwork, as we require all 3 of the propane cylinders available to us, and we're going to start with the temperamental one that is currently located in the creek shed, and we're just going to hope that when we get there it doesn't blow up in our face. So we're just going to hop in through the rear window. Once we have it in our hands, it should be stable, and we can then take that to the construction site at the far end of the map, which is where a number of our targets are located. So once we get nice and close, we will see one patrolling guard just outside of the construction area, and we're going to place our propane cylinder just behind where he's standing, and then we're going to go off and retrieve the second propane cylinder, which is located in the rear garden of the house just ahead of us on the left here, also known as the last house on the left. So we're just going to hop over the fence, make our way around to the rear of the property, grab the propane cylinder from next to the barbecue, and we're going to return once again to the construction site, and this time we're going to place this propane cylinder next to another of our targets. And speaking of targets, there is another one of them, and that would be Mr. Dale Anderson. We will get to him in due course. So we're going to place our propane cylinder on the floor 47, as we'll be using a sniping rifle and it's quite high powered. We don't want to knock it off of there and out of sight, so we're going to place it just there on the floor, and then we're going to return now to the other end of the map and to the house for sale, which is where the third and final propane cylinder will be located. Now the reason we're doing this way is because, for me at the very least, I'm having a lot of problems with my version of Hitman or my PS4. I'm not sure exactly which is the worst at the moment, but both are performing quite badly. So once we made it into the kitchen, we're going to grab the propane cylinder, we're going to head out the front door and across the road to the creek, and there'll be a park bench here, and we're just going to place our propane cylinder on the park bench around about the middle. That will do nicely, and that will deal with our problematic target later on. So we're now going to head back to the house with the boat outside, and once we get here we'll check on instinct, and it looks like Mr. Anderson is still at Miss West's house, or Mrs. West's house, so we need to wait for him to come along towards the house with the boat outside, and when he gets close enough we are going to place our taser into the mailbox, and he will spot that hopefully before anybody else, especially that gentleman there who is the problematic target. He often breaks and he's on his way there now to do his yoga, and quite often for me gets stuck doing his yoga, and we are set up for a different area. But Dale has found the mailbox. He has retrieved the taser, so we're going to detonate it, and he will go down rather gracefully like a tree, bouncing off of the mailbox along the way. So we're now going to move on as target 1 has been dealt with, and that will cause a small amount of panic, especially as it was the politician who discovered him, and we know what they're like for panicking. So we're going to make our way into Helen West's garden area, and we're just going to hop over the fence here, and once on the other side we're going to retrieve our sniping rifle. Now you can do this with your pistol if you're a good shot, or even an average shot. I am neither, which is why I'm using the sniping rifle. So we're going to take aim at the propane cylinder, and I've just proved my point at how bad I am as a shootist, as I miss my first shot. And we're going to blow up our second target, and he's landed rather awkwardly on the barrier there. We're not going to move and let all of the panic calm down and everyone go back to their usual routines, and then we're going to wait for our third target to get into position before detonating the second of the propane cylinders, and that will be target 3 taken care of. So from here we're going to make our way now all the way back to the house for sale, and we're going to head up to the first floor, and from there we should get a nice clear-ish view of our problematic target, who is Trevor Skinner, and we're going to take a shot from inside the house so that we don't get too much attention drawn to us. So we're just going to hop over the fence, in through the back door or the bathroom window, and then we can go up the stairs, retrieve our sniping rifle and locate our target. Now there is a tree partially blocking our view, but somewhere around here, there it is our propane cylinder. Now unfortunately we've now shattered the glass and it's even more difficult to spot, and there is a telegraph pole also in our way, and we've knocked the propane cylinder over. Oh no, we haven't actually. So normally we would knock it over. So once our target goes back to his usual routine, we can then put the second bullet into the propane cylinder and eliminate Mr. Skinner. So 4 targets down, 1 more to go, and our final target is back at the construction site, and by the time we get back there, hopefully all of the panic has calmed down and the 2 remaining guards, or the 2 guards we've dealt with, have been removed. So we're just going to head straight down the middle of the street, as there's no traffic, and there never is, and we're just going to make our way into the bushes you can see just off to our left here. Just going to wait for our target to move slightly. There he goes. And once he stops, we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, very quickly shoot him in the head, and then drag his body into the bushes before the jogger lady comes round and spots him. He will drop a key, which we are going to retrieve, and that key will unlock the construction area exit. So we're just going to make a beeline for that exit right now. So there we go, 1 more trending contract taken care of, and once we've exited the map, we will get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and we get our silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.